Okay then. Oh, whoops. Door to the lab's back door. The door has a sliding lock and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in and it's been locked ever since.
Hey.
Oh wait, what's this? Look, there's something gold and shiny on the top of the sliding lock. Gold and shiny, could it be?
Is that alright?
Marky, may I see it for a moment? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
So what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. Carefully touch the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts. And softly slid the lock open.
Okay.
As suspected, the lock will slide without much effort. Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue.
Well...
I'm curious about this rear door too, but there's something else that bothers me. The lock on the front door that we used to enter the room. Shouldn't we investigate the front door too? I'm going to take a closer look at it. Okay then. Marky walks over to the front door. It's unlocked, but I think there are still things to investigate. Alright. I can't investigate the bodies. There's literally a sword sticking out. Fine, whatever.
Why?
A murder at nighttime, it's strange. Impossible, even. Impossible, you mean.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Because student council made rule that we can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could happen at nighttime.
Ew.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
But
if it was rule, Angie says he'd punish us if we don't follow his rules.
But
the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here at night. She was?
But
No way, student council would never break her own rules.
right.
They should have been asleep in their rooms, to set a good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she slept. In her room and got brought here.
Gunter, idiot.
If so, Gunter could have saved her, if only Gunter saw. But Gunter was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gunter no could save you. I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
Tenko? It's not like I approve or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko is trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tenko?
Actually...
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed in this lab.
Oh yeah.
That's right, Angie did allow members of the student council into the lab. Yeah, Angie had her shut down away here working on a ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
No.
It's not that I don't want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here, so Angie only let in student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Samugi. If that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. If they use the doors. Busty brainy beauties, so has this all figured out?
Huh?
You mean you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
The culprit? Fuck that!
Hey.
Shuichi, do we have time to be listening to her?
Wait.
Hey, wait, goddammit! Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me, listen!
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you gotta twist my arm, then I'll tell ya. You better thank me for this.
You know.
I know you're all dumber than fleas, but even you got how weird those wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
Well then.
But I figured it with just one glance. There are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions?
Listen up.
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time. Marky turned and walked away. I can't say I blamed
What was
her.
that?
Ah, the hell's her problem? She's on the rag or something.
Hmm.
So Angie made those wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. Let's say the devil in the details. You know? Let's say the devil's in the details. You know? Let's just see how detailed those really are. Miyu tried to look at the wax figure's skirt.
Hey!
What are you doing? Stop that! What? I just wanted to see if this doll was wearing panties. Wait, did you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend's a doll now?
Fucking
If you like
virgin.
wax dolls so much, then you go fuck the doll already. I'm starting to agree with Marky. Talking to Miyu is a waste of time. Yeah. And even then, if it was, like, literal, then the skull would be falling down. So...
Hey,
I just want to confirm something. When we go to this door, are you sure the front door was locked?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. It really is locked. Might have been blocked by something? The front entrance is locked into... Kokichi picked the lock open. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole. Click, click, clack. There, open says me! So he opened the cylindrical lock open.
hey,
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside mud cubs that took the key. Yeah. Okay, here it is, but there's only one key, so don't lose it. It'd be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside. Let me see that key. Monodan swiped the key from Monofani, then lifted it to his mouth. Nom. He ate it!
then...
So Kokichi's the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside. Correct, only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from the outside. Someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from the inside the room.
No.
Not necessarily, I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. So it's strange that the front door and back door have different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylindrical lock. And the rear door over here is a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
Is this...
In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right? Locked,
You're
huh?
right.
Yeah, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the Monocubs. So both doors could have only been locked from the inside. And only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking method. He could have picked a lock on the front door to go out and into the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie.
If I remember correctly.
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. Kokichi's lockpicking. Okay, time for... Actually, I want to see if there's anything else besides people. Does not look like it. Okay, time for Angie. Angie's body, she's lying face down.
What's
Are
wrong?
you going to take a closer look? Yeah, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Well, let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She had no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. Okay. A small pool of blood is emanated from Angie's torso. This can't be from her forehead. The blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this...
This blood is dry. It must have been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed. Maybe more. That fits the 2 AM time of death listed in the Monokuma file. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
I'm gonna look up what the word laceration means. So, laceration. Laceration, a deep cut or tear in skin or flesh. Oh. So, she's been cut in the forehead or slashed or something. So, by the sword, most likely. The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck, a sneak attack, most likely.
Well,
Then what do you make of the wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind.
but
But two wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Oh, yeah.
I suppose that would be necessary.
remember,
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep, but it's not bleeding much. What is going on with these two wounds?
Huh?
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 What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move. Maki pushed me aside and lifted Angie's body up to her shoulder.
Is this...
What's the doing crumpled underneath her?
What is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here?
Uh,
I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean? Maybe she cut her own forehead by trying to get hair off?
but
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her door,
So
her
what?
body. It was partially visible, as the detective should have noticed it before I did.
okay.
That's true. Even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Marky.
Do you want to die?
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, joking. Couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize. I was joking too. That didn't sound like a joke, though. Yeah. Angie's body just appears to be exactly as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Monkey, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but the only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaito, at least. That guy's useless. Anyway, let's continue. Ah, we can finally view this. The 4 effigies hung upside down, making the place particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly.
Angie made all these wax figures.
Hey,
Is this rare from the warehouse?
You're right.
I believe so, and that means there won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Anyway, maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that could be used for murder. Huh. Anyway, I know these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is that part of the ritual? I'm not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right, if there's going to be this much work, then there must be some reason to it. What could it be? Who could do this? Culprit Angie or someone else entirely? 4 effigies are hung up. These wax figures are definitely the ones anyone's effigy made. Why they hang up? Is this some part of the resurrection ritual, or is there another purpose? If a lot of work to hang these up, that implies there was a reason behind it. But what is the reason? Who did it? The culprit Angie or someone else entirely? Katana. The katana stabbed into Kaede was wax effigy. Who did this and why?
Got a minute?
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy. Oh wait, this is a crime scene, you can't.
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Because.
Yeah, it's true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest, and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this?
It's a real katana, but there's a gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the one that was in the display on the Ultimate Athrolovich slab. Is that so?
Okay.
You can probably assume that this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusted to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But
why would they go through the effort of using this, the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
could it be?
Perhaps it's because Kiyo's lab is on the same floor. They just grabbed something close by. They must have been a worry.
Well,
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
A long weapon?
okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using katana. I haven't used the sword since, which is fine because they're a hassle to carry. I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them especially. And personally, just like Angie's was. How do they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf and the katana flakes are off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily.
Got a minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later. Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaede's effigy. I'm gonna put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Thank you. But my gaze, Maki stabbed the katana back into the wax effigy.
By the way,
But even so, why was the weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual, or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there were better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
what are you talking about?
Then what's the reason for this?
That's.
I honestly have no idea.
Well,
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ultimate Athrolovich lab. Let's do that. I wanted to make sure the katana indeed came from that room. Ah, this book. The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written on the Necromonicon. By performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim.
I knew it.
This is the motive, the Necromonicon.
Hey,
Nomicon. Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
Yes, if we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. Necromonicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. Size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necromonicon to ash. Use caution, being mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ash on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait after a while. You should feel a light tap on the back. Even so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only perform once, so use it wisely. So these are the steps of the resurrection ritual.
this is stupid.
And you really believe this crap? It's pretty obvious that you want to be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. No, I think we've finished everything for now.
Got a minute?
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we've found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
You're right. First we should investigate the ultimate Throlovich slab. Maybe find a clue related to the katana.
That's true.
That's true, we need to check if the katana really did come from that place. Is something wrong, Marky?
By the way,
It just occurred to me, why am I acting like your partner?
sure, whatever.
That's fine, just don't get used to it. It's not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It's true that Marky is a tremendous help to me. Yeah, that's true. Okay then. I wonder what the others are doing. If I remember correctly, the gold leaf katana is from right here. It's just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath.
Okay.
Marky, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here, I'm certain of it.
That's true.
Doesn't that make Kira suspicious? This is his research lab, after all.
No.
Not necessarily. Anyone could have come in here and taken it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too.
Oh?
Oh, what are you guys doing here?
Ew.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? You look so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess it's your signature look.
Anyway.
Anyway, I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Huh?
Something for the seance?
Yeah.
Yep, that white sheet over there. We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Don't ask me. I don't know why we need that stuff either.
So that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on the seance before I got the sheet.
Huh?
Study. So, let's see. Kiichi took a look around and heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says Cage Dog Village. Let's see, what does it say? What does it say about the Caged Child seance? Kiichi flipped through the old book he picked. Oh, is it this page? It's hard to read, but I can see the Caged Child is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyo's drawings are the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Okay, let's see. In order to perform the Caged Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit, medium, and dark place with no light.
If I remember correctly...
Just like Kyo said. First, draw the magic circle passed down from the Caged Dog Village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone on the ground. Afterwards, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage of the spirit medium and cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
I see.
Also, it seems we cannot step on the magic circle during preparation. The dog god? Do you mean the wooden dog statue?
Yeah.
When preparations are complete, turn out all the lights to complete the darkness. The seance will begin with when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. The 4 participants, not included the spirit medium, will sing the caged child song. After the song ask, is the caged child, and then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit, and that's all it says. That sounds complicated.
But
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say? Whether it works or not, Kyo has been wanting to conduct the seance for a while. Since I was unfortunate enough to obtain one of the copies, I've already memorized it. Yeah, I've never thought I'd be able to lay my eyes on the real one. What a trick of fate.
right?
Oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it. That's probably why he left the book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But
Is it even possible contacting Angie's ghost? If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi?
huh? Well, you know.
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still time, you know, the seance hasn't even started yet.
That's true.
Maybe it's better if you join him.
Huh?
You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. But whether you believe it or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens. As a detective, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now you're talking.
All right.
I'll be waiting for you. One of the 3 empty rooms. We're in the middle one. Well then, the caged child.
Hello.
So Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You are most welcome to join us.
Oh.
That's what I would like to say. However, only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join. Oh man, what a shame. Well, Keyboy, you're out.
Me?
Why me? I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while.
Listen up.
Robots and seances don't mix. They're like toothpaste and orange juice.
You see.
To be honest, I have the same thought. Your help is appreciated, Kibo.
Why you?
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing.
Do not mock
No one's
me.
apologized yet.
Oh,
Fine, fine, how bad. Just don't get bad and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
how rude.
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
Stop whining, Kibo. I want to start the seance as soon as possible. Fine, but I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi. Huh? What did I do?
So then.
So now Shuichi has joined us. First some warnings.
Do you
Do
understand?
not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the wall. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped on. You draw the magic circle with salt?
That's correct.
I'll always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail,
Terrifying.
but it may also unleash a curse.
Okay.
Got it, be careful. I'm surprised you're able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
Do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, also have the caged child's song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
I've copied the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory. At long last, young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. All mountains, Bastion, something the darkness. At last is last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1? Will the guard dog run for something? Or did it something the little girl? At last, at long last.
Huh?
We have to memorize the lyrics? You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here is the melody. Listen to Kyo's song. I'm singing the song and did my best to memorize the melody of the lyrics.
Okay.
Alright, I think I've got it now. Your memory is extraordinary. You're indeed the ultimate detective.
Well then.
Well then, let us begin the ritual right away.
Exciting.
We finally get to see Angie.
So then.
Before that, let's use a spiritual medium. It would be best to you with a girl. And I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
No, I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
Yeah?
Yeah?
That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. That way you can say goodbyes to her. And after you're finished saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everybody else.
Please.
Please. Tenko.
By the way.
Also, Himiko, let me say one thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too.
Damn it!
And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. You're totally gonna die. You're being so open. You're going to die.
Yes.
Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. Seems like the two of them made up. That's good.
So then...
Yeah, so then. So now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
Yes.
Alright, Himiko, I'll see you later.
Now, I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle. Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here.
Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon.
Like this?
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Piece of cake. I have 5-star flexibility.
So then...
So starting now, the rest of us may go to work. There are many things left to
see.
be done. First, we must place the iron cage atop Tenko. I shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk carefully so as to not disturb the magic circle.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can count on me. May not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role. All right. Everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing?
Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine.
The final step is to place the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. The 4 of us may need to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't mix.
Are you sure it's okay to put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances, so it can hold this weight.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Now, let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it. So then...
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Got it!
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance.
Well then...
The rest of you shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of the choosing. We each stood in a different corner.
Now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles. Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me. Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Correct. I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
Walked up to the closest candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark I couldn't even see my own body. Overcome my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner, then began the singing.
At last, at long last.
Kira led us all into the cage song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the darkness, at last, at long last. How many will there be by dawn? Will there be two or just one? Will the guard dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl?
What was that?
At long last.
Reach out and touch the wrath. Conduct the seance. We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of that. What was that? Is the caged child Angie Yoniga? You begin calling now if the medium answers.
Say.
Is the caged child Angie Yoniga? What's going on?
Say.
Is the caged child Angie Yoniga?
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Why won't Angie answer?
Hold on.
Himiko, it was very clear that you were not to speak, yes? Something's weird. Why won't she answer? Maybe it failed?
Let's see.
Let's light the candles briefly.
Huh?
What, is that okay?
Well.
Just for now. Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. Managed to strike a match and light the candle once again. Hey, what's going on? Did it really fail?
That cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance went perfect.
What?
Is Angie not coming? Is that still Tenko? Tenko?
I see,
I
yes.
told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now?
Hold on.
Wait, dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same ones who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing as how this was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around, but whatever. Just like setting up, Kira instructed us how to clean everything up. We were careful to remove everything exactly in the order Kira directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Kira pinched the fabric. I see blood. I see blood! Or maybe that's just her shirt. I think that's blood, though. Kira pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside. That's blood.
Perhaps.
Something is amiss. Himiko ran towards the cage at a sprint. Miko, I told you not to step on the... But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the stage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and... Oh, shit. Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monophanie's green puke was predicting this tragedy. It's now like yellow. Puke's color is normal now. Guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. God damn it. The second body discovery. Okay, so I don't know how she died. But maybe, since the cage has holes in it, maybe the dog statue had something in it. In which case, I blame Kiyo. But at the same time, anyone could have touched the dog statue. So, I'm not sure. The second body discovery announcement played. It didn't take long for everyone to come running.
What?
Tenko, seriously? What is this? How did this happen?
How'd this happen?
Tenko, Gonta's so sorry. Gonta no could protect you.
Got a minute?
Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting the seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know what's happening.
Rise and shine, your son!
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now you should maybe start the investigation right away.
Say,
Before that, I'd like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes?
huh?
Huh?
If so...
What happened is their event. There are 2 murders by 2 people. What if there are 2 blackened? Will we need to find them both in the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What would happen in that scenario?
Yeah?
What would happen, Monozan? What would happen? What would happen?
Not that!
What? Why do you look so lost, Monozan? I thought you were going to run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I really don't know what to happen. Oh man, they're disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we won't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help.
Hooray!
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us. And here it comes. It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like this.
Yeah?
It's all your fault, Monophony. Daddy, help! We don't know what to do on our own. We could use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right!
That's not true. Everything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand, because you've never been loved before, Dvanazam.
Daddy!
Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal. I want to see you, Father. Love you with all my heart. Ah, you're making me blush. I'm back. Were you good while I was away?
Thank you so much, my adorable darling cubs. With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
He's licking himself.
Oh, that tickles. Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing! This better not awaken anything in me.
No.
No.
Yes, he's back. I'm so happy. Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax.
To tell you the
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave whether you get permission or not. Wait, so then who's the body then?
Yeah?
Oh, that's just a part-timer who got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay, like we agreed on. Now take it out and get her out of here. I thought you were supposed to be relaxed. Huh. See ya. Motherfuck. Now that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Ah, that's right. What happens to dual votes if you get 2 blackened candidates?
I'll answer
Well, I
this.
have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh?
First come, first served.
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim is to be discovered will be your target. In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste victim.
Now then,
Oh, I'll add this to the new school regulations so you can review it later.
go ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate the murder too. Okay then. Boy, everything is going so smoothly now. The father's running things again. Leaders gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing For as long as I live, I would never let any of that go. Huh, he repeated it twice. He just let us go before while he was saying he'd never let us go.
How nice!
That's why he's so amazing. Please lick me some more, Daddy. Oh, poor Monodam.
Farewell.
See you guys. Oh, hey, Monodam. Huh. See ya. So to make sense of all that,
Listen closely.
if both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
But if we don't know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, some things heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit.
Ah, you fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, this is bad.
Huh?
This is unquestionably bad. Can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
But you know,
So this is where you need to step in.
listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, then let's go check the Monokuma file first. The victim is Tenko Chabishara, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle empty room on the 4th floor. Time of death is approximately 11 AM. The only visible injury is a stab wound on the back of the neck. Yep, I think it fell from the dog statue right through the cage. But it makes me wonder, why wasn't this the weapon there? Maybe it was a quick thing. Maybe it's like poked itself out of the dog and then draw itself back in. A stab wound on the back, on the neck, same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse?
What? Curse? Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse. Don't screw around.
Oh my
You're
god.
the one who's screwing around.
I shipped these two so hard. Do you want to die? Dell's sound reverberated through the room.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna go get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Marky Roll. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't time to mourn Tenko as death as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tenko. And to think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry,
How
Tenko.
can this be?
It's all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. It's nice to know that Hamiko actually, what's the word? Respected Tenko. I like that. I didn't expect that. I thought Himiko was just not really caring. Like Kikichi, but she's not the liar kind of person. She just didn't care. But no, she was just found it hard to show that she cared. Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everything is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Investigation resume!
Well...
It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to. Going to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary.
Ah,
Yeah, that's not necessary at all. Why?
listen up.
Show him, Keyboy. Show him your new power. New power? Laser eyes!
Lit up.
I, New Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Oh, whoops, I wasn't meant to take a screenshot.
It's okay.
But it's right now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Kibo's flashlight function. No, there's a hole. I need to check this out. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
This?
Oh, looks like a space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. Something dropped.
Wait a minute.
After we check everything else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. Hole in the floor. I said things that made Tenko, look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later. Huh?
Because.
Crying won't bring Tenko back. If we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of this.
I guess.
You're right, Tenko would want us to figure out so that she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Dog statue. It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. It's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding, anyway.
Is this?
If this heavy thing was on top of a cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. I didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. Huh. Dog statue. Okay. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. It was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it.
Is this?
The cloth is pretty thick. Similar to the window curtain, but it's completely opaque and on the back. Look, there's a bloodstain on it right now in the middle of the sheet.
But
no hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So maybe that hole in the wall, maybe there's like a secret passage underneath the floorboards? So maybe there will be a hole in the floor or something? Or maybe the floorboards are... No, Gonta said there was no thing through the floorboards. She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. White sheet. I can't view the cage.
Well.
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. They're probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top, that's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
Is this?
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
okay.
Yeah, I suppose. That's good thinking.
Hey!
Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Wait.
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break.
What?
But she's not talking. It's like Himiko not even there.
Like I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now. Okay. Himiko.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I'll become the guiding light that shines on all you.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty
But
shocking.
of course.
Of course, I am shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned about that than the murder.
Yes.
Oh, if we form the caged child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time.
This is stupid.
Cut the crap, just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi are present, right? Did you get killed during the
I
seance?
see, yes.
True, it may be best to move past what happened to know where the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that I placed a white cloth over the cage. And then all 4 of us placed a wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards we stood in the 4 corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally we all sang the Cage Child song. The seance should have been complete, but... I know that you mentioned, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. Yeah, I thought it was the dog falling. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone might have tripped. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kia knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
Oh, we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all 4 of us removed the dog statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage at the moment she lifted it. And it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would not be difficult in such darkness. Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is the problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem.
Oh.
And that is why ever did the seance fail. I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from the corner. Did someone else sneak in?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Sound during seance. The investigation is over and shut, and it's all thanks to me for giving Kyo his new function. Now then, Kung Fu's killer is... Drumroll! One of you stupid assholes who signed out to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
No, not necessarily.
Huh?
Seriously? The seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that. It's true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. That is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood, I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tenko answered Kier, so at that point she was most certainly alive. When the candles were relit, she'd already been killed. The moment she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles blown out? That may be an important point of this case. Man, what a lame function. You should have made it like a transformer or something. And it's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I have performed many successful seances. Why, I even had the spirits enter my butt. Really?
Right already.
Shut up, I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Naoki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But...
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kiyo's lab. It should be written in the Caged Dog Village.
Hey.
Isn't that right, Kiyo? He seems depressed. Suppose that makes sense. Okay, then. Candles sit lit on the wall. They only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it's pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? No, I didn't mean to do that. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Certainly, it is merely needed as a marker for a forehead to rest upon. Like this? Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Tenko's dead body, she took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Oh, wait. Understood, I will not say a word until the seance is over. Will Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
Without a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty. Well, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I didn't see a murder weapon around here. Alright, I didn't see an obvious murder weapon. This is the cage used in the seance.
this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
is this...
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yes?
That's true.
Imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. Maybe when the room was dark, like everything was black, while someone was singing, they were also moving to this place. And they lifted the blanket, because the blanket would have still been visible because it wasn't stuck in anywhere. They could have lifted it, stabbed her, and then walked away, pretending to be fine. And it would have been someone who knows the exact look of the ritual, and would have to be close to the entrance of it, so they wouldn't mess with the magic salt stuff. Two people that were close to that would be me and Kiyo, because that would be an easy walking distance. Kiyo would know a lot more about it though, because he's memorized this kind of stuff. He knows exactly where the walk stuff is. So he's my main suspect right now. I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage for the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain the bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Huh? Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That's a possibility. Iron cage has been added to the truth bullets. Alright then. Floorboards have been... That's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine how they come loose easily. But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose. Really? What else is there? Oh, the crooked floorboard. Oh, the floorboard's loose. Oh, it's the one right underneath Tenko. Why is the floorboard loose?
If I remember
It
correctly...
wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
But...
Floorboard is thick and heavy, wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose.
Hey!
Marky, we're finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor.
By the way...
Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for a light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle with Kibo's light from up here. That should be fine.
Okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Marky. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and into the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well...
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling underground in the dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Blood driven from the gaps in the floorboard. Fresh blood, this is definitely Tenko's. There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from when Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey,
Hey, the back of the floorboard is blood on it too.
Ah!
You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of the floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood spatter here when she got killed?
That's true.
I wonder, I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Maybe they're Angie's? Oh look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too. And from what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally, this was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, they could have used that. Question is why? Now the crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not follow if this portion is missed.
Then
So what purpose does this serve? Floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. The culprit did all this, then why? Bloody sickle. There's a sickle here and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it, the murder weapon.
is this?
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
Did?
Well,
The sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blood could fit through the gaps of the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
Cage is 3 inches high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, would it be? Well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark? Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of them is possible. Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see into
Hey.
the next room. This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. Part is rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can go into the next room through here.
that's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? And the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving under the floor. We did all right because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here.
Nope.
Then they could have used the light, like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. They used the light to move around onto the floor. Is that possible? I think we're finished investigating here.
is that all right?
Marky, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all the dust. After Marky and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
Vanjie and Tenko have different killers, and the black one we need to vote for is
You're right.
the culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay,
Yeah, of course.
but
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal both truths. Well, I understand you feel that way, but if you plan to investigate the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. When I came to the hallway, it seemed more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. Wait, what?
It's a lie!
Oh, fuck you. Oh, you bitch. Did that surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror?
huh?
What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I'm just a little lightheaded from the bloodlust. Yeah, this is real blood.
why?
So what are you doing? I get curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no cost piece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through it. What bad luck. The cross piece was gone, does that mean?
Huh?
Is that the end already?
Confidence. Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games. They're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial ground.
I guess time's up. Oh man, it's cause of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check everything.
Huh?
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. And unfortunately, I can't find anything now that new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written on the document. He drew his magic circle the exact same way as in the picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about that later. At the class trial, so I'll see you there. You need to get your head checked. Kokichi left. The blood loss clearly affected his footing a bit. Like Kokichi's been added to the truth bullets. Okay! Let's go.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? Oh, God damn it. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends made it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry, I'm sure you've gotten a lot smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
What?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
And more importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but whoa, Makiro sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Our dipshit have died so far.
That being said,
Only dipshits. I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Booyah!
These golden brain cells are a minor gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power.
But
I don't think Atua's going to be helping anyone, and I recommend not asking him for help, because if Atua let Angie die, well, he's fucked up. Or she, or it, or them, or... Actually, I looked up Atua yesterday, and it said it's the names of the gods, not a god, so... Yeah. It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believing in a god, especially Atua.
I also.
So what, robots can believe in the gods.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me whatever to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How are you gonna say that for now? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial of this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap. His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose, to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. Huh?
Hey, so
Shurichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? I don't really care. Let's do it again. Down for innate base! Boop, boop, boop! I love this animation. And I know it's not a vase, but I don't know what it is. As usual, we walk towards the elevator in silence. As soon as the remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell, faster and faster, downwards into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monodam sad. Boo-hoo-hoo! As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth.
Now then,
Let's hurry and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yonica, the Ultimate Artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chabashira, the Ultimate Aikido Master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. Who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in the class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Well, that's fun. Time for another 3 fucking hour class trial.